friend. What do you say, old friend? Did you miss me? I missed you. Let's talk again about alcohol in Sondheim. Let's do drinks in Sondheim. No COVID, just booze and bounce, which is today's show. Booze and bounce. That's brilliant. Bounce is the name of today's show. You may not know it. It was also called Roadshow. It was also called Wise Guys and Gold at different incarnations. It's a really fun roadshow that I have a history with. So I'm warning you now, I've got feelings. There are emotions here. I may or may not tell you the story, which means you totally know that I 100% will. So, Bounce is a really kind of fun roadshow, as I said. Story of the Meisner brothers as they travel to the Klondike Gold Rush and in the 1920s down to Florida for the real estate boom. There's some really cool music in it, and I've enjoyed it. It was done at the Goodman in 2003, and I had just moved to Chicago then, and I was called in to understudy the lead in that. And they called me back over and over and over, and every time was more and more exciting, having just moved here, wanting to be at the Goodman and understudying the lead in this show. It was very intense. So, as I said, this has to do with the Gold Rush. So I'm going to do a drink that's a little on the nose today. It's called Gold Rush. Why do I love it? 3-ingredient cocktail. You know I love a 3-ingredient cocktail. Bourbon, a honey syrup, and fresh lemon. Now, when you hear that, you might think, from what I've talked about before, that this is a pre-prohibition cocktail, but it actually isn't. It is about 20 years old. It's a contemporary drink. So let's get right in and make this drink, okay? So we're gonna do 2 ounces of bourbon. And then we're gonna do 3/4 an ounce each of honey syrup and fresh lemon. Now the honey syrup, some people might use honey in here, but I find that when you put honey into ice, it seizes up, and then you are shaking it for the rest of your life. So I make a honey syrup, which is just 3/4 cup of water and 1 cup of honey over a medium flame for a little while until it incorporates. Let's do 3/4 of an ounce of that. Did I say 3/4 of a cup of it before 3/4 of an ounce? You want to do 3/4 of an ounce. And 3/4 an ounce of fresh lemon. Here we go. And we will mix that up. Now what I love about this drink, bourbon, lemon, honey, this can be served at all different types of year. It's a great drink for the summer because it's kind of like a boozy lemonade. It's also really good for the winter because it's like a cold, hot toddy. So these are flavors that we find reasons to have at all times of year. It's also got a lovely sister cocktail called a penicillin, where we substitute scotch for the bourbon, and we add the honey, the lemon, and a little ginger, and top it with some more scotch penicillin. Look it up. So this is it. This is the Gold Rush. So as I said, they had called me back a bunch of times. I get my final call back, and they said, Steve, come on in. It's the final call back. You're singing for Sondheim. For Sondheim. I had never sung for Sondheim. I've never sung for Sondheim. There is getting cast in a show, and there is getting to be in front of Stephen Sondheim and singing. Both are equally as exciting. I was terrified. I was thrilled. I was terrified. But it's my big chance. So I worked up all my nerve. The day came. I woke up in the morning. Chicago snowstorm. Flights are canceled. Sondheim couldn't come in. So I didn't sing for Sondheim, and I didn't get the show. But this is a Gold Rush, and as we say in Bounce, you take your lumps, you have a few laughs, and all the while you bounce. But you don't always get to sing for Sondheim. Enjoy the show. No, what the hell?